Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Tim is a retirement and income specialist, certified financial fiduciary, and the founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim primarily serves Western North Carolina, East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia, but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Wood is a licensed life insurance professional in multiple states and specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using life, health, long-term care, and annuity insurance products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm Tim Wood, an asset and retirement protection and guaranteed income specialist. The sad truth is, these days we are all vulnerable to scams and financial abuse, but studies have shown that it gets even worse as we get older. According to Consumer Affairs, older people are swindled out of more than $3 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars each year. More than 3.5 million older adults are victims of financial exploitation each year. So what can we do to help with either those of you that are listening that may already be there, or those of us like me that have parents that are there? What can we do to help them? That's what we're going to discuss. First, if you don't already have a copy of my book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, now would be a great time to get it. It talks about ways that you can actually help your family members protect what they've got and not have to worry about anything in the market or not have to worry about incomes that could go away or whatever. We're giving copies away free. Just give us a call, 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Or just go to our website to get a copy. All right, few things I want to discuss today about things that we can do to help protect those that are older. The average loss, again, according to this Consumer Affairs report I mentioned earlier, is $34,200. That's the average loss by someone that gets taken for whatever. So what can we do to help? Whether, again, it's just you listening for yourself, or it's friends, or it's family members, or whatever, what can we do? So there are a few things that we can do. And the number one thing, really, absolutely 100%, is to maintain open communication and raise awareness with your entire family, with their friends, just making sure that everybody is talking about what's going on all the time. That someone's not just assuming if someone calls me and says they're from such and such an agency, well, they must be right. If they tell me I need to send them money, I better do it. No, we need to make sure there's open communication and you ask someone and make sure that, that things are as they say they should be. And meeting with a financial advisor quarterly or at least annually, just to make sure everything is still the way it should be, it's set up like it should be, make sure everything is still good, and especially even the beneficiary forms, just to make sure, because things change. One way you can really start this conversation with your loved ones is to actually look at data. The AARP, whether you agree with them or not, that's not the point. They've got a whole page on their website that's talking about scams and fraud. So that would be a fantastic place to actually have those discussions and start those discussions. There's some other different places out there that you can go, like the National Council on Aging has several different things. They talk about the most common scams. That's another fantastic resource. But really keeping that communication open. Then after that, what should we do? Okay, we're communicating, everything's good there, we're sure that's tight. The next thing you need to look at is what's called a durable power of attorney. A durable power of attorney. Many of you listening, I'm sure, already know what this is and probably already have this in place. If you don't, speak with your certified financial fiduciary or your elder law attorney about selecting the right power of attorney for your specific circumstances. Again, just like you hear me say every week, everyone's circumstances are different. So it's going to depend on exactly what you've got going on to make sure that the right one is in place. But make sure you've got that in place, because if something happens and your loved one can't take care of things financially, it allows you to be able to do that for them. The next part of that is getting any estate planning in order if there's anything that needs to be taken care of. Again, that would be something that you would seek legal counsel for, to understand what protections are available and see what all your options are about safeguarding the assets when things happen after you pass. And there's all kinds of different things to look at as far as those go. Also, another very important thing, and I can't state this one enough, is to monitor all of their accounts regularly. Make sure that you check them. Even if it's every 6 months, make sure you log in. Everything is still as it should be. Good. This is good. And there's also a few other things that you could do to help. And that is, like, for example, you can set phones to send any unknown numbers to voicemail. That should take care of an awful lot of the sales calls, because they'll just go straight to voicemail. There's credit freeze agencies. There's stricter settings on social media. There's all kinds of things that you can do, but all of their accounts, I'm not just talking financial, all of their accounts, monitor them regularly just to make sure everything's good. Safeguard their personal information. Now, this has a lot to do with passwords. A lot of older people, when they get online, they use passwords that anyone could crack. So helping make sure that things that are really important, like their retirement accounts, things like that, that are really, really valuable, make sure they've got a good, strong password. Because like I said, unfortunately, there's a whole group of people out there that are just looking to prey upon people that don't have things properly protected. And then lastly, I mentioned this earlier, but it's worth saying again, stay informed about all the different scams that are out there. There are resources out there, like I said, including the National Council on Aging, AARP. There's more than that. Just do a Google search. You'll be able to see all the different things that you can do to help protect our loved ones from ever having to go down that road. An unknown author said, "Retirement is more fun than work, and you will never have to make excuses." Let's help to make sure our loved ones have a fun retirement by making sure that they protect themselves from any kind of scams or any kind of financial issues that can come moving through retirement. Well, I'm about out of time, and I would like to thank you for listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together we'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to accumulate while reducing exposure to market loss. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood, reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe while avoiding market loss so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Tim Wood now for your complimentary Safe Money Retirement Book and Information Kit at 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. You can also contact Tim at safemoneyretirement.com. The market goes up and the market goes down. It always has and it always will. But if you are in or near retirement, do you have time to wait for the market to go through these cycles? Think about it. Having your money invested in the market is like walking next to the edge of a cliff. What if you lose your step? What if the edge gives way? What if a strong wind blows you over the side? It's good to stay away from the edge of disaster in life. And when it comes to being exposed to financial risk, it's no different. Shouldn't you at least try to protect the money you depend on for your retirement income? Call now for a complimentary copy of the Safe Money Retirement Book. Our number is 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Business owners, some of you have worked 20 and even 30 years to build your business. You're ready to sell this asset and go into retirement. You don't want to risk or lose any of your hard-earned money. Property owners, have you just sold your property and need to turn that money into lifetime income? How about 401k participants? Have you recently changed jobs or reached age 59 and a half and have a retirement account you don't want to see exposed to market loss? If you have money you're counting on for retirement, we can ensure you sleep at night with our income and wealth preservation planning. Don't gamble your life's work away if you are nearing or in retirement. Take some chips off the table and do something to take the stress out of retirement. Call 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.